Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities by Steven. You're talking to Steven. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please hit the subscribe button, get the bell notification on so you don't miss out on the next episode of Brockton County. And make sure to hit the like button as well. The like button helps the channel a lot. We are in our new city, and our new county really, of Brockton County, which is an Ontario themed city set off the shores of Lake Ontario. But you know, the map includes elements from all across the shoreline of Lake Ontario, so it's gonna be a lot of fun to build on. This series is a Vanilla Plus series, so we're not going to have many assets, but we will have mods. Mods that I find are really important to gameplay on PC. So that's pretty much going to be all the mods we're going to be using, but I will tell you them and show you them at the end of today's video. But first things first, we actually have one mod that's really important to the series, the 81 tiles mod. This mod, I tried to get it to work on our last map, but it didn't work. So, oh my gosh, look at the traffic. Fun, 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 right off the bat. It's almost like it's by design. We are using the 81 tiles mod, which allows us to build pretty much anywhere in the map. As you see, the white line is all the way on the outside, which I do have fog on, so I'll turn that off if we are building closer to the edge of the map. But this is the starting tile, roughly around here for this map. So I'm going to start on this tile. It's where I designed the map to start, but since I really wanted to get an 81 tiles city, so like a city that will have multiple towns throughout it, just go back to this view. The idea for the series is really a bigger town, a bigger city over here, and then smaller cities throughout the map all over. For example, I really want to get like some cottage country going over here. Cool farm up here could be nice, for example. You know, there's multiple places where we could have some really cool towns go up. And we're kind of limited by that with the regular game, and even the 25 tiles expansion, which allows you to unlock all of the 25 unlockable tiles in the base game. But the 81 tiles mod allows you to unlock everything, and that's going to be great because say I want to build something right here, I can. Before I couldn't. And especially with cottage country right over here, I think we kind of needed that. But we're going to start over this way. So first things first, the last, after watching the map preview episode, I realized that I had road names off. And this is something that I really wanted to kind of include a bit more of. Oh, we got a bit of a glitch over here. Let's just go away from that. I wanted to get some road names going. So for example, Highway 19 is the main highway going through the town. And I also named the highways Highway 401 West and Highway 401 East, just like in the real world. And if you didn't know, highways in Ontario are kind of named like this, off of numbers. So the Highway 401 is a pretty major highway that goes all across Ontario. Pretty much from Windsor, Ontario, right up into Montreal, so a lot of fun. Is it turning nighttime? I don't think so. Oh, it is. Let's just stop that from happening. So let's go into here, we'll go into gameplay, and day-night cycle is on. Okay, well, don't want that for the series. Anyways, so like lots of Ontario towns, they develop along the numbered highways. So we have Harvey Road, which is a frontage road, kind of goes all the way along the coast. We have Highway 19. And this highway is going to be kind of the main road cutting through the town, I believe. I really like the idea of using existing highways as basis for towns, just like in real life. So it's going to be quite the challenge, and that's what I'm really excited about. I think definitely we're going to need to get a couple interchanges into the city. Anyways, so let's dive into it. So first things first. Oh, it's a different look on that button. We are going to need to zone a road first, and that's going to allow us to unlock a lot of tiles. Now, I do have a different set of roads, and I don't know where they all are. So I'm looking for the dirt road, but I don't think we have it. So let's just start off with this normal road, and I think we just pretty much need to just build a little teeny road, and then we unlock a bunch. Oops. So looking for the dirt road. There it is. The dirt roads are cheap to start off with, and it's all you really need at the beginning of the game. So I'm kind of looking at this map right here, and what I really want to do is I want to get an industrial center over here, close to the rail. Plus we already have this old factory over here, which I want to use, hence why I built it on this custom map. And then I think we're going to get some residential over here today, and I think we're going to try to get to the first achievement level, which is 550 today, and then we're going to look at all the mods we're going to be using. Anyways, so I think we're going to use the railway as the grid marker. You know, the highway is a good option too, but I feel like this town kind of would have been along the railway in this era when this town would have been built. Probably would have been built as a smaller town, farming town, and then it would have probably grown up over time. And I think being close to the railway, which probably would be connecting the hubs of York and Montreal, which is Toronto. York is an old name for Toronto, if you didn't know that. I believe that any towns popping up along the railway would probably start seeing industry. So that's what we're going to use. Anyway, so the idea about this old factory here is that I want it to be kind of like a centerpiece of the town. And if you're from Ontario, and I'm sure lots of places around North America and around the world, you'll know that there are lots of abandoned factories across these towns. So I'm going to turn anarchy on, and I think I'm going to turn clipping off. There we go. And probably shouldn't turn clipping off. So let's, because of the trees, you know? So let's do that again, and I'll just readjust that road. So this is going to be our first road in town, and I'm going to center the grid off of this road right here. So we are going to go with a grid for this downtown city, or the downtown portion of the city. But of course, as the city grows, suburbs aren't going to be gridded and stuff like that. So we shall see how that goes. Let's build out a bit. Then we need to get a pretty good connection in here. So I am using the Vanilla Plus roads, and they are really good. And I believe the issue that was causing my last city to malfunction was network extensions too, and wasn't a fan of that breaking my city. So changed road packs, and I think it should be working. All right, so we don't really have the road I'm looking for yet. That's okay. Let's just use the paved road here. And I'm just gonna do a pretty simple, actually, let's just go straight in. Yeah, that works. So again, this is gonna be a small town for a little while. We will upgrade the main highway through the town, and I will keep that in mind as we are going through this. All right, so we have a bit of a paved center here. And then we're going to bring a road off of this. And I think we'll go back to the dirt roads for this because I don't want to waste too much money. And we are just going to pretty much bring this right along. It's going to cost us a lot of money, but I think it's important for us to get the main roads in first. So that's going to be a pretty main avenue through the downtown of the city. Sorry, I'm thinking like an arterial road. Looking at the usage of this would have been to maintain this factory, and workers probably would have been up here. All right, so I think we're gonna go. Oh no, it's off center. That is not good. I wonder if we upgrade. So it is this road. That is off center, that's fine. Aha, okay, so we will just redraw Holly Road. And the reason why I have names on for these roads now is because I really like the idea of being able to name the roads this series. Last series we didn't really do that, but this series we will. Alright, so re-upgrade that road, and then what I want to do is get the node controller out, which I do have the new node controller. I'm just going to offset this road junction a bit because I want to be able for cars to be able to have a bit sharper, or sorry, have the cars have a bit better of a turn here. And another reason why we're spending so much time out this way is because I also think that the power would be out here. The original town's power would be over here. And I think that's important for us to draw in pretty early. So I'm going to just draw a road. Oh, let's just go one more over. I'm going to draw a road right to the railroad here. And I don't think we're going to cross the railroad here, but we are going to need power. We are going to use a coal power plant for now. There is no coal power in Ontario at the moment. That ended a couple years ago, I believe. Now there's lots of wind power in this city, or in the province. And there's also lots of nuclear energy in the province as well. So we do have some wind possibilities, especially along the coast here. That'd be really nice to get a nice wind farm out over here and in the islands. But for now, we will just start with this. And we do have the no need for power lines mod. It is a very useful mod if you don't want to spend your time building power lines. All right, so let's just go back to this, and then let's go up to here. And I want to draw the next frontage road. All right, so I think the basis of the town is going to be around this lake. It's not going to be like a center point of the town like you'd see in some towns. This is just going to be like a secondary component. So I think we're going to draw the first road out this way from here. Oh, let's go a bit farther. Unfortunately, this early on in the game, I can't look at the topography. All right. I'll go like that. And then I believe a grid I want is a bit off center. Actually, no, I'll take that back. I don't know why I connected it. Let's decide how big of a grid we want. Let's go with, this is 8, I believe, right? Yeah, 8 by 10 maybe? No, let's just do let's do a pretty simple 8 by 8 grid. Yeah, that works. It's also a bit easy on my eye to remember it. All right. So first things first is we need to get some residential zoning in, and I think I'm just gonna zone in around here for now, and then I'll just continue building out a grid for a little bit, and then we shall look into getting some industrial and our water supply going. All right, so yeah, I'm liking the look of this right now. We're definitely gonna get a connection right here onto the highway. So that'll definitely be a support. And then I believe this road might be another good connection to have. Yeah, that'll be good for now. And if you're wondering why I'm not using the highway as the main point, well, traffic is going to get pretty bad, and it's already pretty bad. And that is a bit by design. This is a pretty small town interchange, and we're about to grow the city pretty big. So this also is not the best interchange for this capability. Lots of cars are wanting to turn left, and a better idea would be to bring a junction out that way, or a slip road out that way, but that was not the idea for this interchange. The idea was to build traffic. So we are definitely getting traffic, and it is backing up quite a lot. So I am thinking about the fact that we're probably going to need to just readjust this. You know what? I'm thinking way too far ahead of myself. I'm sorry. All right, so let's get our water systems going. And you know, when you're coming into the towns, oftentimes you see the water towers pretty close to the highways, and in pretty like central points of view. So I think for now, though, we will keep this right along the highway right here, and then we are going to need to connect up this. So let's turn snapping. Let's turn it all off here. Let's get this along the road. And power doesn't need water. Okay, well, good to know. And we will just draw this down to here for now. And we will just also draw water down into here. I will be cul-de-sacking these water systems. I know some people are really keen on making sure that doesn't happen, but for me, I don't mind. All right, so water treatment. Let's get the water treatment out over here. So I think it is 5 wide. Okay, so I will put that here. And then let's hook it up to the water system. Let's do that. Perfect. All right, so we have our basics down. Let's speed it up a bit. We have a lot of residential demand, so we will zone in these residentials. And oops, forgot to complete the grid, didn't I? And then let's turn all the guidelines back on. And we're gonna bring this right down into the industrial zone. Same thing here. And then we're just gonna grid off the rest of this map here, or this section. Now I know that a lot of YouTubers will speed this up, but that is not the type of channel we are. We are pretty raw, Let's Play channel. I don't skimp out on anything that I do really, except if I'm in the mood to do extra editing. And look at that, I'm pretty sure that was perfect 8x8s all the way along. Yep, it is. Okay, and then let's take it out one more. And this road is definitely going to connect up into here. And I guess we can have a connection right here as well. There's gonna be lots of connections on this highway, but that will be important for traffic. Alright, so I'm not gonna go much farther than this today. And we'll save that for another time. Now, you see, I could just connect every road, but I think I'm going to start to leave a gap of 2. Except for this circumstance, because this is going to be a bit more of an industrial area. And I'd rather leave that. Okay, so in order to meet our grid, I would need a road right here. But we don't have to have that. I think we'll leave it for now, and we'll see what comes of it. Because this road would definitely cul-de-sac or does not exist. So I'll leave that for now, and then we will continue this grid line. Not enough money. Okay, so probably shouldn't have built so many roads, but that's fine. Let's get some industry over here. And let's get industry right along here. Yeah, that works. We'll get some commercial activity too. Now, we did say that this was going to be the main street of the town, but I'm thinking this one might be another good option as well. Now, definitely you want to separate your residential and your industrial. So I'm thinking we might do something. We do have residential already growing over here, which is fine, but I think we might go like this. So let's go some smaller shops along here, so just a 3x8, I guess, and we'll leave it right to about there. You can see Oliver Drive kind of being a bit of an industrial center here. Now if we do upgrade this, these shops are going to be small, which is the idea. Now I think we're getting closer to town here. I think I might extend this shop a bit farther. Yep, that works. And let's also zone in some residential right through here. Alright, so there's not enough water down this way. And we don't have enough money. Alright, well, we are losing money really quick. So one thing we can do about that is, I don't think we have taxes yet, but we can just keep zoning. And we do have water down this way. So we will zone in some industrial. And let's also get some industrial right through here. We're probably going to change the type of industrial this is going to be at a later date. But for now, I like the idea of having industrial along this road. Alright, and then we're also going to get some industrial right through here. And we're going to quickly recover that money that we spent on all those roads. Alright, so really right now I'm just focusing on our meters right here and looking at what we need. Especially just at this stage. Now I know that some people are looking at this road being like, this is also a great arterial road to have. So why are you building houses on it? Well, if you look at Canadian cities, a lot of Canadian cities have housing on these collector roads. And we really need money for that water, don't we? We are losing money pretty quick. So I think we just really need to push for this milestone of 550 at the moment. And then we will unlock that. So you know what is free? Zoning is free. So we will just continue to zone as much as we need. And for some reason, all the commercial buildings didn't want to go over here, but that's fine. Now we are looking at probably needing to build a downtown soon. And we are eyeing this corridor as a downtown, I think. So I think we would have an intersection right here. And that would be definitely useful. We are getting pretty close to the industrial centers over this way, so I'm not going to zone too much farther. But I think a block there and here could be fine. As long as we don't go too far this way. Alright, and I am going to leave this open. And then I think we can get some residential right here. And yeah, let's look at getting some commercial zoning right through here as well. A bit of a buffer. And there we go. So we got our little hamlet going, and it did fix our budgetary issue that we had right off the bat. So ooh, maybe that's going to be a theme this series. Who knows? So now that we got that in place, I'm just going to kind of finish off this area with some things that we were looking at doing. So let's look at getting our water pipes in properly. Let's turn guidelines off again. So we'll do that. Whoa. A bit too fast there. Sorry about that. We'll get that in, and we aren't going to have any zoning, or we will definitely need some water, at least under this highway. So we will connect that up. And we look to be pretty good over here. And now we have some other demands in the city, like trash and healthcare, like we just unlocked. So landfills, schools. So we will look at getting that in the next episode, I guess. I mean, I'm going to film right after this, but that's okay. Because we need to talk about... Hey, look at that. We're making money now, too. I feel like I need to talk about what mods we're going to be using for this city. And that's going to be a pretty important discussion, because I did say it's a vanilla series. Sorry, vanilla plus series. But I think it's important to have some mods, especially as PC players. So that's what we are going to look at first. So I'm just going to upgrade the connecting roads to the highway. And oh my goodness, the traffic. This is fantastic. Ha ha ha. Yes, more traffic. Alright, so let's look at the mods. We've got lots of industrial demand. It's going to be fantastic. Looks like most of our zoning has filled in. For some reason, no shops want to come up right here. That's fine. And I think we might as well just zone this as well as commercial. Alright, so let's take a look at the mods. Quick little look at the city right now. Nice. I like the look of it. Alright, so I guess I had to not be in that view. So when it comes to assets, the only assets that we're using are churches, which are right here. Some of them are blocked by population currently. That's pretty good. So we got churches that you saw in our last series. We also have sports fields that aren't in the game. So like baseball field, football, stuff like that. Because these assets I feel like are really important to cities, and the game doesn't have them. So that is something that I thought is kind of like it's a plus. It's not like game breaking, or not really game breaking, but like game altering mods, like theme packs and stuff like that. So everything's going to look vanilla except for those minor assets. And and parking. I have the parking lots mods, I have parking garages and stuff like that, because again, I feel like those should be in the game themselves. All right, so those are the assets we're using. Nothing else really at all. Why did I click that? Let's look at the mods we're going to be using. So I've already talked about, I guess I can show what we're doing over here too. So we're not going to turn on day-night cycle for now. There's no dynamic weather in this series because I want you to be able to see what we're going to be building. Disasters are off for now, at least. Maybe we'll turn them on later. But right now I want to focus on city building. All right, so we got the 81 tiles mod, which I've already explained. It unlocks all the tiles for free and allows us to build pretty much right up into the edge of the map. We've got Achieve It, which allows achievements to be enabled. Auto Repair, which I didn't realize it had on, so pretty self-explanatory. Building spawn points. This is one that we're going to be looking at using only in our industrial zones, like our forestry, farming, spaces like that, for example, because I want to be able to be a bit more enthralled in how the game is working. So like this mod's pretty much brand new, and you can make the spawn point for trucks, for example, so like where trucks do their deliveries at the back where there's loading bays on the assets and stuff like that. So it's going to make it seem a bit more realistic, and I'm really excited to use that, but I'm not going to be using it on every building, only for industrial centers. Building themes mod, which allows you to have all the building themes. Cinematic camera, which is great to have. Clouds and fog toggler, so it disables the edge fog and stuff like that. CSL map view, which is something we might use when we do transit stuff. Air reporting, that's for me. Extra landscaping tools, that's very useful, and I'm sure you've seen it in other series as well. Find It, which we're just using to show the assets. First person camera, that's for showing off the city. Forest brush is a useful tool as well. Hide It. This is something that we're going to look at right now, actually. So you can hide seagulls, for example. Wildlife, which I already have a mod that disables the seagulls, so I guess it's a double whammy right there. But there's one thing I want to show off. So sprites. If you look at grass decorations, let's zoom in on the map right now. So you see how there's all these little grass things? This mod particularly is very useful for non-snowfall themed maps, because if you disable the sprites, I'm sure you saw it in the background, but then you come over here, they're not there, and what happens is your game loads them in all over the map. So my PC is going to be a bit easy, is going to have an easier time handling all of this at the moment. Why aren't any shops growing up right here? That's so weird. Okay, anyways, very useful tool, especially because you can add in your own little sprites and stuff over here in this little estuary thing that we built. So very useful little tool. Let's go back. So we were at Hide It. Maybe there's other things we'll use at another time as well. Intersection marking tool, fantastic mod. It allows you to mark up intersections, which I'm not sure if I have them loaded in right now, because yeah, no, we'll look at detailing this intersection at a later date. All right, so let's head back. Road anarchy, which I've already used to try to get a road in a bit tighter than I was supposed to, and the find road tool also helps out. The loading screen mod, that's for me. More effective transfer mod is a mod that I found from watching Biffa's videos. Awesome YouTuber. And it just makes the industry areas communicate a bit easier with each other, especially when it comes to warehouses. Move It, the most essential mod in City Skylines. This is Move It. If you're new to it, you can pretty much just adjust on a road really easily, and then if you don't like what you did, Control Z, just like on Microsoft Word, and it undoes it. There's plenty of other things that we're going to use it for, but that's pretty much a main use for it. You're going to be seeing me use that mod all the time. Oh, one asset that I did miss, actually, come to think of it, are all the roads. So Vanilla Plus roads is a pack on the workshop. They contain like any type of road that you would need, like an asymmetrical road with bike lanes. Like it's fantastic. It should be in the game already, so that's why I am including it in our Vanilla Plus series. So let's head back to our little view here. All right, options. So no radioactive desert. This mod is kind of also supported by the Hide It mod, but you know how your building and your industrial areas turn the whole area into a radioactive desert? Well, no more. The node controller, which we've already kind of used before, this is the new one. It is fantastic. The parallel road tool is fantastic if you want to draw in a highway with 2 lanes. It keeps them pretty tight together, and you can readjust it as far as you want. All right, so let's hop over back into options. Parkify helps building parks. The picker mod, which is fantastic if I don't want to find a road, for example, I can just use the picker tool, select the road. It's located right down here. Precision engineering, there we go. Really helpful for building intersections and whatnot. Prop and tree anarchy allows you to build props and trees anywhere you want. Prop line tool, good for detailing. Prop snapping, same thing. RM crossings, can't remember what that's for, but probably for roads. Roundabout builder allows you to build a roundabout on any intersection. Surface painter, really useful for filling in spaces that probably should be pavement or something like that, but is grass. TMPE, an essential mod, probably a number 2 essential mod, allows you to do some traffic fixes a bit easier and control your traffic and lanes. Touch this. You know how fishing, like the fishing assets, they have a road attached to them. Well, if you use the touch this tool, what you do is you touch the road with this tool, and it allows you to upgrade that road to, say, a 4-lane road, for example, and help out your traffic. Say you have a 4-lane road going across your waterfront as like a frontage road, and then you want to put a fishing dock on there. Well, the 4-lane road is going to go down to a 2-lane road, so this allows you to kind of clean that up. Helps the look of trees. Ultimate Eye Candy is the mod I was just showing earlier where I was adjusting the daytime. Let's actually look at that right now. Oh, that's not it. This is it. It's the cinematic camera extended. Let's go to... I think I just click reset. Oh, I guess I disabled it. All right, well, let's just fix that really quickly. Gameplay, use day-night cycle. There we go. So if I turn it to nighttime, if we want to see a nighttime shot of our city, we can. But since we have dirt roads, it's a bit tricky to see. So, very cool though. Let's go back up to, let's say, 1 p.m.-ish. I don't know what time we were at before. And then we go back to options, and we go back, no use day-night cycle. All right, so head back here, down to the bottom. Unlimited trees mod allows you to place an unlimited amount of trees because there is a limit in the vanilla game. Watch it. Gosh, what is this one? Oh, it's this. It allows you to see the goings on of the city. So, and then zoning adjuster, which we haven't used yet, but it allows you to adjust zoning on roads. I think if we hop into here, we might be able to use it. So if we touch this, I haven't played around with it at all, so I'll have to play around with it and see how it works. But basically, I'll be able to remove the zoning from this side of the road. But I don't really want to mess with it around too much, so we shall see how it works. Yeah, we'll play around with it at a later date. Anyways, so I hope you liked today's intro episode to the city of, Brockton County. We haven't named this city yet, but I think I hinted at it at the end of last episode. So names of stuff in this series are going to be Canadian historical themed, Canadian realism themed, and War of 1812 themed. So hope you have a great day, everyone, and I'll catch you in the next episode, which will be coming out tomorrow. Have a good one, and let's just try to find a nice little screenshot here. Peace out.